Okay, so here's your demo kit, and it includes a K96 and a switch light stream mounted on this piece of plexi, as well as the inmix and the 3 in-rays lights. You're going to need to change the connectors for the 2 keypads during the demo. That's why I suggested that you have a power bar so you can switch the power on and off. You're also going to want to disconnect 2 of the in-rays lights so that you can show that the system will support 1, 2, or 3 of the LEDs. So I think the best way to start the demo is to connect the small switch and just one of the LED lights, and then you can just build. It helps if you practice the connectors a little bit so that you get good at making the switch. In the slide presentation then, you will have the Gecko overview, the introduction to the Whirlmaster family, and then at slide 14 you'll start with the in.mix products. This is slide 14, 15, 16, 17 talks about the lenses, then slides 18 and 19 are of the 2 keypads, and you'll see in the speaker notes of slide 19 to do the live demo. Here then is the in.mix system, and it consists of the in.mix power box, one of the 2 keypad choices, the simple single switch, or the 5-button deluxe K96 panel, and as many as 3 of the in-rays light modules. The in.mix box has got a power input cable, a power output cable if you want to connect your pump and utilize it with the keypad, and it has 3 output cables for the LED lights, as well as a connector that receives one of the 2 keypad options. Now here I only have one LED connected, and I have the small single button connected to the power box, and what this allows me to do is simply move through the different preset light choices: peach, red, green, and after green then I start one of the 4 pre-programmed sequences, and there's the confirmation on that. I'm not going to spend much time with the single button because it's easier to show you the other programs with the larger key, but know that this hits a nice price point. That keypad is also available for the pump with timer as well as a pump key. I've now connected the K96 keypad, and you can start the light system by simply pressing the light key. And you see I still only have one of the in-rays modules connected, but now I can run easily through the color choices: cyan, peach, white, red, green, or back, either direction, through the choices with the up or down arrow keys. I'm going to connect the other LED modules now so that you can get a better idea of how the pre-programmed sequences work. If I press the sequence key, which is the center key, and you'll see that it lights up, I get a quick confirmation of the sequence through the lights, so it tells the user, yes indeed you have made a selection on a program, and then it starts. And this is one we call very slow fade, and it simply moves the lights in 10-second increments from green to red, and then the red gives way to blue, the blue builds up, and then it fades back to green. And that's a complete sequence, and it will continue to circle that way. Note that there's one other in-rays module that we have that we're not displaying here now. There's a smaller in-rays that fits in the Orion Baby Star that some people feel are more elegant, and your salesperson will be happy to quote you on that if that's of interest to you. The second program choice then is just called Slow Fade, and it's identical to the first. Here it's being confirmed. And It does exactly the same thing as the very slow fade, except it takes half the time to make the changes. So in 5 seconds, the colors will fade from red to blue to green. And they'll just continue to circle through that sequence. The third sequence in the program choices is one we call incognito. And it also only uses red, blue, and green. It sets one of the colors as the base color, and then it introduces a roaming color. So here the base row is green, and red is moving through the row. That happens twice. And then you'll see that the base color is changing, and now red is going to roam through blue. It's a fairly slow fade, perfect for relaxation in a tub. And it works nicely with the 3 LEDs because it gives some interest of the color moving through the base row. Now we've had twice through that sequence. Base color changing to red, and we'll introduce green as the roaming color, and so on. And so red, green, and blue are the base colors, and they also are the roaming colors through each of the bases. Finally, the last choice is what we call breathing, and it's meant to be a very relaxing mode. Here's your confirmation. And the colors are a bit different this time. It's green and blue alternated with cyan. Here's cyan to green, now cyan to blue. It's like inhaling and exhaling. This would be really great with the variable speed pump on low. Just the sound of the water and color gently moving through the water. At any time you're in one of the sequences and you want to go to a color, you can just press an up or down arrow and find the desired color that you want. Here's blue, and if I hold it, it'll just broadcast blue into the water. So as you can see, any of the available functions here, when we choose the device, either the pump or the light, ignite on the keypad, which is sort of nice. We've chosen the light, and now it tells you I can do sequences or up and down color. And it would be the same if you chose pump and you had the variable speed. It would allow you to go through the variable speed programs and raise and lower the flow through the pump system. At this point, you'll want to return to your slides, and I suggest that you turn your lights off because they're awful mesmerizing to the customer. The slides, as you'll see, build up to the WorldMaster family, good, better, best, from air switch to timer to variable speed, and also adding in inmix and more of the modules. So build to that, and then of course they'll want to play with this at the end, which is sort of a fun way to talk more about the products and dig deeper into their interests. But I think the mixing of the videos with the Gecko overview, the slide presentation, and then the live demo with the light makes a pretty nice presentation. Good luck out there.